Hey, everybody, when you get a paper packet, they go to travel. Turn it in there. Hard times for I get through here real quick. All right. Full house this morning. Whew, wow. Good morning, everybody. Morning. Wow, this is a full house. They said we had a lot with family. I was like, wow, that's a lot. That's why we went ahead and did the other group that didn't have their family members here first, because otherwise it was really packed in here. So welcome, everybody. All right. You guys are all shipping today. Or tomorrow, right? How many shipping tomorrow? Okay, so you got a little bit of time left. You guys excited? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Who's nervous? Family member. I think the family members got it again. Every time I ask that question, 9 times out of 10, my family members raise their hands first. I think you're all nervous, and it's okay. Everybody that goes to basic training's got some degree of nervousness. You've never been there before. You really don't know what to expect. I'm sure you've heard stories from family and friends, folks that have been there and experienced it, but until you actually experience it for yourself, you really don't know, okay? But I promise you, it's not that bad, okay? So when you get on the airplane, totally relax, decompress. Don't think about basic training. Okay, read a book, magazine, relax. You have plenty of time to think about basic training when you're there at basic training. But I'm pretty sure by about day 3, day 4, you'll probably scratch your head and go, I don't know why I got so worked up. It's not that bad, okay? Everybody get their favorite cheeseburger? Favorite milkshake? Not yet? Okay, we're going to give you a meal voucher, so when you go through the airports, get lunch, dinner, make sure you indulge in something that's your favorite, okay? Whether it is a cheeseburger, milkshake, Starbucks, Cinnabon, you name it, whatever it is, indulge in it, okay? Because I promise you, for the next 2 months, whatever it is probably going to eat at you about every single day. I cannot wait till I graduate, because when the list starts getting longer and you start adding more things to it, the closer you get to graduation. So definitely enjoy something before you go in there for the next 2 months, okay? All right, you guys are just a wild bunch.
Monday, everybody's tired, right?
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and administer your oath now. As I do that, I'm going to have you repeat after me. I'm going to say, I solemnly swear. You could choose to repeat that, or you could say, I affirm instead. And at the end of the oath, I'm going to say, so help me God. And if due to personal beliefs you wish not to repeat that part, you're not required to do so. This time, does anybody have any questions? Any second thoughts? I didn't think so. Group, like Chayce. Raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name.
I, Nicholas Bruce Westcott,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support and defend
that I will support and defend
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
against all enemies,
against all enemies,
foreign and domestic,
foreign and domestic,
that I will bear true faith
that I will bear true faith
and allegiance to the same,
and allegiance to the same,
and that I will obey the orders
that I will obey the orders
of the President of the United States
of the President of the United States
and the orders
and the orders
of the officers appointed over me
of the officers appointed over me
according to regulations
according to regulations
and the Uniform Code of Military Justice.
and the Uniform Code of Military Justice.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Lower your right hands. Stand at ease, relax. So everybody give them a warm round of applause. Now how do y'all feel? Pretty good, huh? Not so nervous? Feel good though, right? You guys feel proud?
Yes, sir.
Sure, you should. You got every right to feel proud. I know I'm proud of you, and I'm most certain that everybody in this room is proud of you. And I'm even positive that the family and friends who couldn't be here today are proud of you. That's a big decision to make, to serve. And I'll be honest, it's kind of underwriting. It's really profound. Each of you live in a generation where, well, for the past 40 years, we've been an all-volunteer force. It means we all came here on our own free will. We chose to serve. We volunteered to serve. Nobody made us. Nobody drafted us. That speaks a lot about each person that raises their right hand. It also speaks a lot about our country. Now, as I come forward in time, I stopped about 18 years ago when I raised my hand, my right hand. I volunteered. But when I raised my hand, there was nothing going on in the world. So I kind of raised it for job skill and college money. Myself and many in my generation were very disconnected from what military service really was, what service members really did. Kind of naive, if you will. My grandfather served, told me some stories around a campfire about his time in the Korean War, but that was something that took place in the 50s. And I was a teenager. I really didn't understand what he was telling me. I had no way to connect with the stories he was telling me. Today we live in a different time, where each of you for the past 12 years, 13 years now, have seen service members all around the globe doing great things. So you've made a connection. You're more fluent on what service members do. But you also know there's real risk and real sacrifice. That's not something every generation gets to see. So when you factor that into your decision making, that's a pretty darn big decision. So each of you should be proud. Not very many people can make that decision. I'll tell you, and some of you may have heard this before, our country's got a population of about 315 million people. More than 70% do not qualify for military service. Of the under 30% that do qualify, keep in mind, just because somebody qualifies doesn't mean they're willing to serve. Less than 1% of our entire population, to be more specific, about 0.1% actually serves. So that's a pretty big decision for such a small fraction of our population. I thank each of you, and on behalf of my family, I thank you. I know that decision was not easy to make. You've got my deepest gratitude and utmost respect, and quite frankly, absolute admiration. Family members, friends, thank you again for coming today. I extend my thanks to you as well, because I'm pretty sure that without your love and support, the decision that they've made would have probably been a lot more difficult to make. Thank you. Group, attention. On the command of fall out back into the briefing room. All out. Get a pathway there. Let me grab this door. Thank you. Right, and if you just give us a few minutes, as soon as they're done with the paperwork, we'll have them pass right back through here to take more photos if you'd like, okay?